I'm coming, guys. Just trying to add all my tools back. Okay. So let's get started where we stopped. Okay. So like as I was explaining earlier, I was telling you guys that if you want to take any trade on boom right now, you have to make sure that you're going to be properly careful, okay, because you are trading against the spikes, and we all know that in forex anything can happen. You might decide to say, oh, I want to sell from here, believing it's going to go down, and the next thing you see, a spike takes you straight up to the upside. So you don't want to fall for that. All right, you don't want to fall for that. Currently, price is at rejection of the 23.6 zone. So there's every tendency that this price might likely spike back to the upside. So you need to be very careful. Okay, you need to be extremely careful. Extremely careful if you're going to take the boom 1000 trade. So unless you want to be patient, then you have to wait for price to rally to the downside, and then you start looking for buying opportunities to the upside. Okay, let me see if there's any other thing to anticipate in the 1 hour time frame. Let me just see if I can mark out some key zones for you guys. Okay, all right, so these are key zones that you can always look out for. Right, you can be looking out to take your entry when price comes down to this level. Okay, because spikes might actually begin to occur from this level, and if you decide to take your long position, you want to make sure that you want to have your TP level to be somewhere around here. Okay, you want to have your TP level to be somewhere around here, and then you want to set a little stop loss, at least that's 3 to 28 risk to reward ratio, but that's much. Okay, something like this. Okay, 3 to 92 risk to reward ratio is a nice one. So you want to make sure that your stop loss is right below the supports, so that even if the bears decide to keep pushing down, okay, it's going to be difficult before you're being stopped out. All right, but this is a very good one. If you can be patient to allow price to rally to the downside, it might take hours, it might even take a whole day before you see this move. And there's another thing that always happens to traders in the market. When they have made their analysis, and they're anticipating the price should come down for them to begin to catch the spikes, because they've noticed the way price begins to move like this, little by little, and spike, boom, little by little, and spike, boom. They will say, oh, this spike is already taking place. Let me buy. And the moment you buy, that's when you notice the candlesticks begin to go even deeper against you. So set that rule and stick by the rule. I am not going to take a trade until I see price come down to my key level. Okay, so once I see price at my key level, then I want to start looking for entries. That is if you want to take only spike trades. But if you want to take the candlestick trades, you can then begin to look out for. Let me show you what you can look out for if you want to take the candlestick trades. Let's go to, let's say, 15-minute time frame. Let's see if we can get some good entries for sales in this market right now. Uh, okay, okay. Today's your level. Okay. So if you want to take a sell, I do not advise you to take a sell now because it's dangerous to take that sell currently because of where price is. It looks like it's some kind of like in a support zone. Okay, so you don't want to take that risk because this is a resistance before, this was a support before, and price is currently there. And that's why if you notice, you get to see spikes moving to the upside. So you don't want to take a sell now until you see price break out and continue to the downside. Then you look for your selling opportunities in boom 1000. Okay, so traders, tell me, are you gonna wait for the spikes or are you gonna wait to sell? Use your chat box. Please record the section. Yeah, the section is recording. Is being recorded. I'll post it on YouTube for you guys. So are you gonna wait to take the spikes, traders, or you want to take the candlestick if you see a breakout? Wait for the spike. Oh, really? Okay. Who else? Somebody talk to me. Who else? Who else? Spike. I want to try candlestick. I love that. I love that. That's the spirit, man. You don't need to fear. Everybody wants to take the spikes alone. You don't need to fear traders. I would like to take a trade if I see a breakout spike. Wait for the spike. Everybody want to wait for the spike. Spikes now. All right. I love going against spike. Wow. It means you're a very hard man in the market. I feel safer with the spike and manage my risk properly that way. Spike is more safe. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you just have to, for those who want to wait for the spike, you just have to be patient. I have been blowing out several accounts, but I can't give up. You don't have to give up. This is Forex. It happens, okay? It happens. I know how many times I blew my accounts and countless of cash that I lost before I started becoming profitable. So it happens. It's Forex. I'm currently selling. I love selling boom 1000. You're a big man. You're a big man, man. And I love your faith. So keep selling, trader. Keep selling. It might likely continue to the downside because you've got quite a lot of confluences already to sell. You've got quite a lot of confluences. But for those who haven't taken a sell yet, it's not safe for you to enter now, okay? Until you see price give you a good selling opportunity. I'm gonna wait for breakout to take a trade anytime. Anything can happen. Can't wait for November training so I can take the stick head. uh, no problem. The trading, your eyes is gonna open to so many secret things about boom and crash. Uh, you're gonna learn how to create strategies and how to follow those strategies. Today I was working hard with my strategy on my iPhone. Okay, it was really working massively today, and whenever I trade with my strategies and see the winning rates, I always give them rates. So today, that strategy was able to rate a 73%, 73% because of the results that I saw myself making with it. The sniper entries it gave me made me give it a 73% rate today. And I'll keep using it till I get it up to at least 90% before I will then think of creating a new strategy for you guys. Can't wait for November training. Okay, so any other market we should look out for? I'm gonna wait for breakout to take a trade anytime. Anything can happen. Any other market to look out for, traders?
Yes. Look for volatility.
I didn't get
Yes, sir.
you.
Volatility 100.
Yeah, volatility 100 index.
VIX 100, VIX 100, VIX
Yes,
100.
sir.
I stopped giving my VIPs signals on VIX 100 lately because the market is a very volatile market, and I don't want to risk their accounts on a volatile market. If not boom one, if not VIX 100 is a very beautiful market when it comes to uh, its liquidity, because if you catch it on a good entry and it rises in accordance to your bias, you see yourself in massive profits even with the lowest lot size. That's one beauty about VIX 100. But when it goes against you, damn it, is like I'll never trade forex again. Okay, so if you're taking trades on VIX 100, please be careful. All right, if you have a faint account, don't do this at home. Okay, so for VIX 100, we can see clearly that this is an uptrending market, so we want to look for buying opportunities. All right, we only want to look out for buying opportunities in volatility 100 index. So all you want to do is to look out for areas where the bulls shows up in the markets, and once you see the bulls show up in the market, you want to take advantage of it. Currently, price in VIX 100 is rallying to the downside. As we can see clearly, there's the 4-hour chart. So price is actually on its way to the downside. So we want to allow price to actually get to the support zone of this channel. Okay, so let me go to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame. Let me admit people coming in. Okay, so in the 1-hour time frame, let's see what we've got. So we still have to place our trend line. Still have to place our trend line here. So we can see now clearly with the 1-hour time frame, the price has really cut into the support level of the channel. So you don't want to get yourself involved in some nasty fake outs. That is why you always have to combine multiple time frames while making your analysis, all right? So that you can see bigger pictures, clearer pictures. If we were to view this from the 4-hour chart, we would think that it's already at support and begin to take trades, only to find out now that in the 1-hour time frame, we still have about, let's say we still have about 4,000 pips, 4,000 pip move before price would actually get to support of the channel. So you don't want to get yourself involved in such fake outs. Okay, so price now is actually on its way heading straight down. Anybody who is on the sell from here is in a massive profit right now. Okay, price is on its way heading to the downside, so you want to allow price to really get to this level before you begin to look for your buying opportunities to the upside, since it's is an uptrending market. So price might likely do some play around zones. Okay, it might play around this zone because here is a previous resistance. So price might likely play around this zone and give you the up move. Okay, this is a zone to look out for. If price had not crossed this level already, okay, if price had not crossed this level already, you could have been looking out for a buying opportunity somewhere around here. Okay, but if you notice, price with full force, the bears pushed down and broke that level after being rejected by the support level in the past. Okay, it pushed to the upside and then came with full force and broke out. All right. And quite a lot of traders would get themselves in a loss here. Why? Because they would feel like, okay, this place was support before, so I should anticipate another support. And you see a lot of them will place buy positions here only to have price go down and hit them off the markets. So that's why you always want to be careful and always have multiple confirmations before you take trades. Always apply your risk management while you're taking trades. Okay. One thing and my VIPs have learned ever since they started following my VIP signals is that every single trade that they get, they always get stop losses. Okay. And a lot of them are already getting used to it, such that sometimes when I give them a trade without stop loss, they will begin to bombard my DM with stop loss. Hey, Tim, what's the stop loss? What's the stop loss? So that's what you need to learn as a trader. Risk management is very, very crucial. Okay. Always apply stop loss in every trade you take. I always tell my students, do not use mind stop losses. It does not work. I don't care how you think about it. Mind stop loss does not work in the forex market. When I say mind stop loss, I mean those kind of trades where you take let's say you take a buy here, anticipating market to move to the upside, only to find market moving against you, and your mind will tell you, don't worry, it's going to reverse. Don't worry. And you don't have a stop loss set. Your mind is telling you it's going to reverse, don't worry. And you see price keep going deep down, and your mind is telling you, don't worry, it will come, it will come. And when it's coming, your mind will tell you, I told you it's coming, I told you. And it begins to go back down again. Your mind keeps telling you, don't worry, and you're blowing your accounts. So do not use mind stop losses when taking trades. Set the stop loss manually. Once you place a trade, place a stop loss. Okay. Risk management is very important. I always tell my students, be focused more on your balance than how much you want to make. Be focused more on your balance than how much you want to make. If you have $100 as your balance, be focused on protecting it more than how much you want to make, because the moment you protect it, okay, and price begins to go in favor of you, all right, that is you adding more to your balance. But the more you are less focused on your balance, you just want to focus on how much you want to make, and then you see price going against your $100, taking it down to 90 to 80, and your mind keep telling you, no, I'm expecting price to go far up, I'm expecting $200 plus, and you're still going $80, $70. Come on, you're losing, and you're blowing it, traders. Okay, so be focused on protecting your account. The moment you take a trade and it goes against you, please make sure that you have your stop loss set. Always have in mind how much you're willing to lose per trade, because that's how you be able to defeat your psychological trading manner. Okay, the moment you place it, before you even place a trade, you tell yourself, how much am I willing to risk on this trade I want to take right now? Okay, I'm willing to risk $10. All right, you can say to yourself, I'm willing to risk $10 on this trade right now. So if it goes for me, better. If it doesn't go, let $10 go, and then you place your trade and set your stop loss. Okay, very, very important. Always have in mind how much you're willing to lose. It's going to help you psychologically, because when you don't have in mind how much you're willing to lose and price begins to go against you, take off $10 to $15 from you, you'll be like, man, I've lost it up. Okay, but when it goes against you and you are willing to lose it, you'll be like, no problem, I know I was willing to lose $15 and I've lost it. I'm gonna settle down and look for a better entry. Okay, traders. So if you learn something tonight, it should be, take trades with stop loss. Every time you take a trade, apply stop loss. Okay, even if you don't know how to calculate to know the amount you're going to lose in your stop loss, no problem. The fact is, set a stop loss, and while you set a stop loss, have in mind how much you're willing to lose, so that if you had in mind to lose $5 and you set a stop loss and you notice that maybe the stop loss is actually higher than the $5, because you already have in mind how much you're willing to lose, you're going to stop the trade the moment it gets to minus $5. Okay, that's because you already have it in mind. All right, so it's very, very crucial, traders. So if you want to take entries on this VIX 100 right now, you should look out for, let's say, like I told you guys, is an uptrending market. Okay, it's an uptrending market, and you don't want to trade against the trend unless you're a scalper, because that's where the scalpers come in and take possession of the market. Okay, they want to buy from oversold, and they want to sell from overbought. Okay, so unless you're a scalper, but if you're not a scalper, if you're a trend trader, then you want to allow price to come down before you start looking for your buying opportunities in VIX 100. So, any question?
Hello.
Welcome, trader.
Yeah, please, how can I access boom and crash on TradingView?
Okay, this is the link here. This is the link. I'm going to drop it for you guys in the general channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome, trader.
Okay, sir, this is Chris speaking. I want to know, I don't know, I'm spotting out a flag there. And sometimes when you spot out something like flag, you find out that it tests your support zone and still passes it. So what do you think is the cause of that?
It's Forex. It's Forex. Anything can happen. So it's not all the time the price will respect your patterns. Okay? It's not all the time the price respects your patterns. That's why you should have combination of other lookouts. So you don't just want to look out for your chart patterns. You want to also look out for other things like your candlestick patterns, your key levels, your support resistance, your Fibonacci, and so many of them. So you want to always make sure you have multiple confluences. You don't take trades because you just saw a bullish engulfing pattern. You don't take trades because you just saw head and shoulder. No, you take trades because you have multiple confluences. I always tell my students, your confluence is your confidence to take the trade. Okay, so the more you have confluences for your trade, the more you be confident. So if you see a flag pattern, that does not mean that the price must move as anticipated. Not all the time it works. Okay, not all the time it works. I have a question. How do you connect high time frames like from here to 1 minute to get entries? So what if the market breaks the trend line? Then you go in that direction, and always bear in mind that the market is not friendly to anyone. That's just the fact. The market is not friendly to anyone, as you are in the market to make money. The big boys out there who place higher lot size trades are also there to make money, and they're actually there to make money from you, the retail traders. So that's why you have to play your game smart. Okay, when I believe you guys hear when people say trade like the banks, trade like the smart money. You have to be smart in the markets. I tell my traders, you come into the market like a lion. You don't come like a sheep. You have to come like a lion, ready to devour. Okay, so if you come to the market with fear, you always see yourself losing. That's just one thing. So somebody asked another question. He said, how do you, and always bear in mind, so raw, that's what it is, trader. Okay, someone said, how do you connect high time frames like from 1 minute to get entries? Okay, so I've actually passed the stage of trading where I take entries from 1 minute time frame. Nowadays, I take my entries even from 30 minutes or even 1 hour time frame, because I know what I'm looking out for. But if I will have to go straight to, let's say 10-minute time frame right now with this, Let me see what I can spot out to take entries. Now in the 10-minute time frame, we still have our support, our resistance, we still have our supports, okay? And we want to take entry. Let's say for the scalpers who want to scalp the market, you want to sell. So at this junction in the 10-minute time frame, you can see price much more clearly, okay? You can see price clearly. So you should now look for, now price is actually on its way to the upside. So anything can happen. Price might decide to continue the move from here, because this is where we had previous support, or it might decide to even break out of it, disrespect it, and probably head to this other zone before it continues, okay? The fact is, just have in mind that on your higher time frame, you have price coming out from a fresh resistance. That's what you want to have in mind. On your higher time frame, you have price coming out from a fresh resistance. And what does that tell you? It tells you that price is on its way to the downside. That's what it tells you, okay? That's the big picture. Price is freshly coming out from a resistance zone, so it's on its way to the downside. So if it's on its way to the downside, and now I'm on a 10-minute time frame, and what I'm seeing on a 10-minute time frame is that price is busy going to the upside, okay? So I should anticipate that price will begin to reject from here down or from here down. So you have 2 point of views. Always make sure you have plan A and plan B, okay? Plan A and plan B. I call that my area of reaction, AOR, area of reaction. So my area of reaction 1 is here. Where is my text? Okay, my area of reaction 1 is here. That the AOR 1. Here is my area of reaction 1. Okay, and then here is my area of reaction 2. AOR 2. Okay, so you should have more than one plan. If your plan A does not work out, then your plan B should work out, okay? Why I always advise traders to always make sure they have plan A and plan B is because when you are in the market without a plan, without a second plan, this is what happens. Let's say, for instance, all your mind was the rejection will take place from here and I will sell, okay? If that was all your mind, you don't want to have a plan B. Your plan A is good. I'm going to take a sell from here because this is where I believe it's going to reject because of what I saw happen here in the past. Then you would find yourself getting so confused what market is doing. But by the time you see market break out of here and begin to head to this zone, you'll become so confused. Why? Because you didn't set up a plan B. Okay, and then that's when you see a lot of traders who begin to reanalyze. They start deleting some things that they have set up before and start reanalyzing the market again. Like a trader asked me some time ago, he said, Tim, if I have analyzed the market before and took entries, okay, after taking profit, should I clean the chart and analyze again? And I told him, no, you don't have to do that. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you have an analysis that worked out in the past for you and you took good entries, just try to re-update those analysis. Okay, just try to re-update it and you see the analysis still work out. I will explain that now. If, for instance, we had this analysis already, okay, if we had this analysis already, and let's say, for instance, we also have something like this set up in place, okay, and then we had our anticipation that price should come to this zone, and then we want to take entries. Let me clean this so that the chart can be clean. Okay, so we had anticipation that price should come to this zone and I will sell, and peradventure price really went as anticipated and I sold. Okay, you would notice that price might likely react to the zone. So because I've sold all the way from here to here and made profit, why should I clean this zone? Why should I clean this? Because why should I clean all my charts? Because I've made first profit? No, that same zone that you had before can actually be the next area of reaction that price might likely respect when it decides to go to the top again. So that's why you always want to make sure that you don't just clear your analysis because you've made profits so you can reanalyze again. No, use that same analysis. All you just need to do is what? Update it. What do I mean by update it? Maybe if this was how it was before and you see price moving like this, all you want to do is what? Update it by taking it longer, okay? If this was where this one was before, and then you see price moving in this direction, okay, all you want to do is what? Update it again. Update it by stretching it longer, okay? So until you notice that all your chart has now been soiled with a lot of tools here and there, then you can begin to clear your charts. All right, you can then begin to clear your charts gradually. All right, let me read the charts. Sir, crash 1K. Okay, we did that already. So how many training must I attend to trade with confidence? Is that a question? How many training? Just one training can make you become confident in trading. It's all about the kind of training or who trained you, okay? Or how you put your mind to learn it. That's just it. All right. That's just a trader. It's not about how many trainings. It's not about how many trainings at all. Can we do crash 500? So I already told you guys what you should be looking out for in this VIX 100 market right now. Okay. So if you want to trade against the trend, then maybe you want to scalp, then you should start looking for entries around here to sell. But if you want to trade with the trend, then you want to wait for price to get to the support level, which is let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let me find what level that is. The support level is somewhere around here. This is the support level, somewhere around 13,642, okay? Or somewhere here, 13,611. Or if it's gonna respect this channel, then you should be looking out for, let's say, 13,725, somewhere around here, okay? Then you begin to look for your buying opportunities. Now let's head to crash 500, and I think that's the last I'm gonna do tonight. Crash 500, crash 500.
Can we do step index, please?
Okay, we are gonna vote it. I'm gonna do just one. So let's vote. Crash 500 or step index. Use the chat box, everybody. Crash 1000 is reversing. Please let's analyze step index. Okay, crash 1000 or step. One person say crash 500. Step, 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 step. Okay, more votes, more votes. Crash, 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 step, step. Okay, you guys are now confusing me. Don't worry, we're gonna do the both. All right, so let's get started. All right, here we have crash 500. We know the crash market is all about crashing to the downside with the spikes, right? So we want to, if you want to be a spike trader, you want to only look for selling opportunities in crash 500, okay? So going straight to, let's say, the 4 hour time frame, let's see the structure of the market currently. Now in crash 500 is kind of choppy, okay, but it's a downtrend, but it's kind of choppy. The market is actually kind of choppy. You don't want to risk so much on this. You want to be careful while you're taking the trade, okay? Now, currently we get to observe that price is actually at a resistance zone in crash 500. So a lot of traders can begin to look out for catching of spikes at this zone because we can see a fresh massive breakout, okay? A fresh massive downtrending breakout from crash 500. And then the bulls rallied to back to the previous support, and now it has turned to resistance in the market. Now that it's become a resistance, you can actually begin to look out for your selling opportunities in this market. Let's see what we have here. The bears are actually pushing down, but I can see quite a lot of rejections from the bulls. The bulls are really rejecting. That's why I said it is a choppy market at the main time, okay? Because the bulls are still showing strong power. We can see this rejection candlesticks patterns around here. So the bulls are massively in power. So you don't know what might likely happen unless you want to take the risk. Then you can then decide to say, okay, if I'm going to take the risk, then I want to place a trade like this. I want to place a trade like this, having my stop loss right above the resistance zone, okay? And then having my take profits somewhere around here where we have the previous support, okay? Where we have the previous support zone, all right? So you want to risk it. If you want to risk it, that's a 2 to 98 risk to reward ratio. It's a wonderful one. Though it is a higher time frame, so don't try it. Don't try it. It's a higher time frame. It's for those with a big account. If you have a $10 account, don't try it. All right. I will take you to the lower time frame anyway. I just wanted to show you what you can actually look out for if you're looking from the bigger picture. Okay, so if you want to take this trade and you have a little account, I advise that you just have to wait to see if the bulls will really push back to the upside a bit more. Okay, maybe to retest the zone again, then you can look out for your entries. Okay, you can begin to look out for your entries for sell. So that's you taking a trade from here, having your stop loss as little as this, and then having your take profit as high as this. Okay, so you want to wait for now. You just want to wait for now. Unless you want to risk it, you can decide to risk it. But the market is really choppy. The bulls are seriously in the market, even though it's a bearish market, and even though you can see the bears pushing down. Like for instance, you can see clearly how many red candlesticks can you see around here. Is the bulls in power, full-time power. So you want to be very careful to take this trade. All right. Let's go to the lower time frame and see what we can see there. Good evening, boss. Let's see what do we have here. What do we have here? In the lower time frame, you can all see clearly that this market is massively bullish, even though it's a downtrend. This market is massively bullish. So you want to be very careful what you're doing with Crash 500. Okay, guys, you want to be careful. So you either have to wait for crash, for the bulls to keep pushing, and then let's say the reversal might likely take place. Let me plot this well. Okay, so you might actually need to wait for price to really get to, let's say, this channel and then begin to reverse. Okay, so remember what I told you guys. I told you always have what? A plan B. So you want to have here to be your area of reaction 1, and you also want to have here as your area of reaction 2. That is to say, if I don't catch the move here, then I should catch the move here. Okay, so that's you having plan A and plan B. All right, so for now, I would tell you guys that Crash 500 is not doing fine for spikes at the moment. You don't want to risk it. So let's go to step index. Any question before I head to step index? Oh, the chat box is really full. Let me see, what am I seeing? Okay, the votes crash step. So we must trade spikes on the level of support. We must trade spikes on the level of support. No, in Crash 500, you trade spikes on the level of resistance, okay? Because the spikes are going to the downside. The spikes are going to the downside, all right? So let's head straight to...
I have a question.
Okay, trader.
Sir, please tell how to find support and resistance level.
What kind of, what do you refer for confirmation in terms of the candlestick confirmation, do you look for a pin bar, reverse? How do you know when to stay long in a trend?
I didn't hear you clearly. Could you please speak up a bit more?
How do you know when to stay long for a trend?
Okay, how do you know when to stay long for a trade?
The confirmation, is it like a pin bar when to place a trade?
Okay. Oftentimes I don't actually use candlesticks to know if I should stay long or not, because candlestick patterns cannot just can't really quote to you how long you should stay in the market. You only know how long you should stay in the market when you have your key levels and the height of the key levels. Okay, like for instance, this is a key level right here. This is a key level right here. Okay, so, and this is another key level right here. This is another key level right here. So between here to here, we have about, that's 184,000 pips. Okay, so it's a very long move. So if I end up catching an entry somewhere around here, I know how far this market is going to move for me. Okay, so I know I'm going to stay quite a long time before I exit the trade. But the thing is this, it's not going to move just like that, straight ahead like that. No, there's always going to be all this messy moves. You understand? There's always going to be all this messy move. But the fact is, you already have your anticipation that price is going a very long way. So what you need to do is, the moment you've taken your entry around here, you have set your stop loss around here, and price begin to go in favor of you. Okay, price begin to go in favor of you. All you need to do is to begin to trail your stop loss gradually. You guys always hear me when I tell you lock your profits. What I mean by lock your profit is use your stop loss and protect the little profit you've made and anticipate more. Okay, so why price keeps going down, comes retest and goes down, you keep extending your stop loss, keep trailing your stop loss. The more it keeps playing around and going down, you keep trailing your stop loss. As long as it's moving, keep trailing and keep winning. Okay, nowadays in my VIP, I actually don't give them take profit levels again, because I noticed something. I noticed that whenever I give them take profit levels, sometimes I can give them a trade around here. I can give them a trade around here. Let's say for instance here, and tell them sell. Why they on the sell? Okay, I can tell them now here is going to be your take profit one. All right, and then once they've taken the sell and placed their stop loss, all right, a lot of them would just leave their trades reluctantly. Oh, team said take profit one is here, which means this price must keep moving and he take profit one before I protect the amount I've made so far, which is not meant to be. Okay, so it does not always move exactly as predicted. Sometimes it might move, and even before it gets to TP1, it might decide to go higher back again before it begins to go to that TP1. So you always want to make sure that you protect your accounts. And if you see yourself move in profit for at least 15 pips, you want to protect it. Okay, don't always leave money on the table. Okay, don't always leave money on the table. If anyone places money before you on the table, trader, take it. Okay, take the money. As long as price has gone at least 15 pips in profits, don't leave that money on the table. Oh, I took the entry here, so as price has gone deep, let me still remain there. After all, Team Legend said it has to get to TP1, and price is still somewhere around here and coming back, and your mind says, oh, team said it has to get to TP1, and then you have price come back and hit you off. or even go and hit your stop loss where you set it up before and you'll be in loss. And then you come and say, hey, T, but you said take profit one. No, I didn't say take profit one. I said protect your accounts. Okay, trader. So you always want to measure your key levels. How high is it? That's what we call your high probability trades. Okay, this is a very high probability trade. If I will have to wait for price to come over here and give me a retest or my AOR 1 or my AOR 2, and I take the entry and catch the spike move, I will continue to ride it, locking my profit gradually, riding it, locking my profit gradually until I catch all the pips that I have anticipated from my key level 1 to my key level 2. So you're only going to be able to know how high you should take your trades or how long you should hold your trades when you have your key levels in place. So your key level is your area of previous support and your area of previous resistance and your area of previous supports. So looking at this clearly from your 1 hour time frame, we can see that this is where we have previous resistance and this is where we have previous support, and price is here. Okay, so I'm looking for entries. Once I catch the entry, I know how long I know how many pips I'm actually going to achieve from this move. I hope I explained something, or was I blabbing? Crash 500 just spiked. So we must trade spikes on the level of support. So did I answer your question, Mr. Rowe?
Yes.
Very well. Any other question? I've soiled my entire chats with nonsense. Oh shit. Okay.
About the next training.
I can hear you clearly. Please, could you come closer to your mic?
I want you to talk about the training, November training.
Okay, the November training. Now, that reminds me also, because a lot of people have been asking me about that training. Now, is a training for boom and crash, okay? Because I want to enlighten quite a lot of traders who are going to take advantage of it, okay? I want to enlighten you guys to be able to know how to trade the boom and crash market profitably, how to know your areas to take entries, how to know when to take entries. I want to teach you guys how to set up strategies and follow those strategies and win with your strategies. Okay, like the strategies you guys see me post on my YouTube channel, you need to learn that skill. It's a very powerful skill because it's not just about having the skill to take trades. You can also have it as a skill and you teach people, okay? You can teach people and make money from it. If I remember when I started my Forex career newly, I used to sell my strategies back then. A lot of you who were with me from those days, you notice when I used to say jet win strategy 1, jet win strategy 2, you understand? So I used to sell my strategies those days. So if you can be able to build powerful walk-in strategies and you're confident to rate it to at least 70 to 80%, trader, you can sell it if you want to sell it as long as it's winning. Okay, so it's not just about learning the strategy to take trades. You can also learn it to teach people. You can also learn it to help people. You can also learn it to sell and make money from it, because this market, you need, honestly, I'll tell you guys the truth. You see, to win in this Forex market, the little money we come in with, the $10, $20, is really, really nothing to the markets. And that's why we always blow it off with ease. We blow it up easily. If you want to win in this Forex market, you need to come into this market with full force like a lion. You need to come into this market with a good amount of balance. That's just the truth. That's what a lot of people don't know. Everybody want to come in with $10 and go with $1,000. You need to be trained. You need to be very good at trading, very good at catching sniper entries before you can see yourself growing a $10 account confidently, growing it to 100 to 1,000 and more. Okay, so I would advise you guys to take advantage of it and be part of the training. And at the end of the day, I'm going to give you guys a very big challenge. anyone who wins that challenge is going with the sum of $100 from me. You can imagine yourself take the training, and by the grace of God, you end up being part of the winners of that challenge, and you have $100 to start your trading career with. Even the $100 is small, you understand, it's small to start this trading career, but it can go a long way for you as a trader. So you just want to make sure you take advantage of it. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you guys how to trade the boom and crash market. I'm gonna teach you how to trade against the spikes, and I'm also gonna teach you how to catch the spikes. I'm gonna teach you how to set up strategies, how to use those strategies, how to make your strategy even get stronger, how to I'm going to teach you guys quite a lot of things. Even the $20 that I'm charging you guys to teach you that is really, really nothing to it. But I do it because I want to help a lot. It's what I've been doing ever since I established the bullish bear. And I will keep doing it because I want to make sure that I help you guys much more. So for those who are going to take advantage of it, just do your best to take advantage. Okay. Let me read your charts. I'm seeing a lot of charts here. I want to do the class. Yes, it's different. Please, the VIP signal group for November, is it different from the boom and crash training? Yes, it's different. There's difference between VIP signals and training. Okay, it's different, trader. For those who are going to join the VIP signal for November, you're going to pay the $20 to join the VIP signal for November. And if you want to join the training for boom and crash, you're still going to pay your $20 again for the training. So it's different. It's not the same. Okay. What other question? I want to do the class. I hope we can still get knowledge, the knowledge you will share during November training, because some of us are students, and that period will be stressful for us. Like, we going to get the knowledge another time, like in December. I don't know yet. If you guys notice on the banner, I said that's going to be the last boom and crash training for the year. I want to win the $100. It said it will be recorded. The $100 is small, team. Hello, team. You said you were going to analyze step index. Yeah, I'm actually answering your questions. I'm patiently waiting for the November training. Okay, so this is the thing, traders. There's not gonna be any other boom and crash training for the year. Okay, after the November training, that's gonna be the end for the year 2021. But each and every section of the training is going to be recorded. Okay, it's going to be recorded. So for those who weren't able to make it to the training when it was live, you're always going to have it recorded that you can always rewatch. Okay, that's just how I always do it for all my traders, because it's a normal thing. Quite a lot of traders do pay for the training, but out of one thing or the other don't make it during the live training, and they always come back to rewatch and still learn it. As long as everything I taught them live is still what you're going to watch. Any question that was asked is in the video as is recorded. You're going to listen to it and learn the same thing. Okay, is there a specific date on training that is going to take place November? I don't get the question. Is there a specific date on the training that's going to take place in November? Sorry, I don't understand the question, traders. So you can just speak up with your mic for better understanding while we go to step index. You can ask your question with your mic, so I will be able to understand clearly, right?
Hello.
The date, yeah, I can hear you. The date for the beginning.
Yes, Mr. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, trader. And you?
Yeah. What's the best time range as a beginner in boom and crash?
The best what?
Time range. Yeah, the time frame as a beginner in the boom and crash.
Okay, to trade the boom and crash market.
Yes.
Yeah, you can take trades from 1 minute time frame. You can take trades from 5 minute time frame. Not just necessarily as a beginner. It all depends on your account size. Okay, it all depends on your account size, not just necessarily as a beginner, because some beginners come into the market with full force. Some beginners come into the market with $5,000 accounts. Okay, so it's not about being a beginner, it's about how much did you come in with. So if you have a $10, $20, $50 accounts, advise you stay on a low lot size unless you know how to trade the market very, very well. Then you can go for higher time frames. Okay, like me now, the stage I am in trading now, I do take my entries from 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. If you guys observe the entry I gave you guys today, you observe that that analysis was actually done on a 1 hour time frame. When I showed you guys and told you that the pullback I was waiting for has, the retest I was waiting for has actually taken place, that was a 1 hour time frame, and I took the trade from that, from there, and everybody was in profit of it. Okay, so it all depends on how much you have got and how skillful you are. All right, that means we can still get the knowledge even though we are not live. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can still get the knowledge even though the training is not more live, because the trainings that I had since March this year for the volatility index training, the boom and crash index training, which took place around either July or so, a lot of people are still purchasing those courses now and are still learning and winning. Okay, so even though it's not live, you can always watch it, learn it, understand it, and win it, because my trainings, I always try my best to simplify it to your understanding. And if you guys notice, I always take my time to ask, do you have more questions? Okay, I always give ears to questions to make sure that traders are understanding what I'm teaching and they are asking their questions and I'm giving them absolute response. All right, so you're always going to understand it once you watch it, whether it's live or not. Are we going to click on it and download it? Is there a favorable time for trading boom and crash? Actually, not all the time the market goes as favorable as that. Like today, crash 1000 went well. Okay, but you might notice that tomorrow it might not go well as it went today. So not all the time the market goes well. All right, it only goes well when it has to go and when you catch the move. We will get access to previous courses. I want to register for the class. Where do I go? Okay, just meet me on Telegram after the training, okay? And I will get you started. All right, we will get access for previous courses. Yes, every course I've ever had since this year has always been recorded. Okay, it's all in my drive, and once you enroll for it, you get the link and begin the training instantly. That's just it. Okay, all right, let's go to crash one five step index and analyze the market and know what to look out for in the markets. Here in step index, we go straight to 4-hour time frame and let's see how the market is playing. Step index currently is consolidating. This is a range in markets currently. Okay, it's a range in markets. This is a range in market currently, so we cannot really tell, but on a long run is actually a downtrend. Okay, it's actually a downtrend, but for days between the, let's say, between 13th of last 2 months to today, the market has seriously been ranging from the higher time frame. So for people like me who trade from higher time frames, we might not get proper entries unless we sink into the lower time frame. Okay, so let me see what I can do to sink into the lower time frame. Here is support. All right, we have here to be, we have price to be rallying to the upside here for now, but this is a downtrend, okay? But price is rallying to the upside. So since it's a downtrend, we can see clearly that price is currently at resistance zone here. All right, so we might look for selling opportunities anytime soon because price has given us some good moves. Price has given us some good moves, but we can also observe something. That's why I told you guys you have to be very careful because it's a ranging markets. Okay, if you get to notice right now, you get to see that this is your previous resistance. But what is price doing around here? Why is it not resisting? Look, it's resisted before, came down and pushed, the bulls pushed massively to against the resistance. And that resistance is likely turning into support to push market even higher. So you see how confusing the market is currently because it's a ranging markets at the moment. Okay, at the moment, price is just disrespecting structure. Whenever you see a market that disrespects structure anyhow, okay, be careful of that market. Okay, they say respect is reciprocal. So if you don't respect me, I won't respect you. That's just how it works. So if price is not respecting structure, don't respect that price, that market. Just get out of it. Look for a reasonable market so that you don't end up trying to force yourself to catch the move and you keep losing. Okay, so if you want to sell this market, since it's a downtrend, you only want to sell when you see price break out of here, probably give you a retest around, so let's say maybe this zone, and then retest and then push down. Okay, I told you guys, what did I tell you guys? I told you always have 2 point of views, your AOR 1 and AOR 2. So area of reaction 1 is going to be here. The area of reaction 1 is going to be somewhere here. Let me make this smaller. Okay, and then your area of reaction 2 is going to be here. That is to say, I want to see price breakouts and retest this previous supports. Okay, go back to the upside and get resisted and then push down. Or if price does not respect this zone, this is my second area of reaction 2. Okay, so if price comes down, I expect my area of reaction 1. I expect price to move to the upside, retest and move. If price does not respect it and continues rallying down, I expect price to then respect here and then move, or something like this. I expect price to come down, respect here, then move to the upside before I catch my selling move to the downside. Or price might even want to retest just here and continue. That's you having your area of reaction 3. So you want to only sell when price breaks out. Okay, currently look at what is happening here. This is nonsense happening around here. Absolute nonsense happening around here right now. So don't force yourself to take the trade. I always tell my students this: don't chase the market, let the market come to you. Okay, you don't chase the market, let the market come to you and you take it. Okay, that's just how the market works. If you chase the market, it runs faster. If you chase the market, it runs faster, and the more it's running with your money and you are in loss. It does not run empty-handed. It runs with your money. So don't chase the markets. Okay, traders. So I hope you guys have a clear understanding of what to look out for in your step index. Now, for the question that Mr. Rowe asked me, then he said, how do I know when to trade on a very high, long distance, right? So now here we have something like this. It's a downtrend, right? So we have here to be a zone we are looking for to take massive profits. And this was another key level of where price is currently. All right, this is where price is currently. So if I end up catching good moves, if price decides to start coming down and I catch the move, do you know how long that is? That's going to be a very wonderful move to the downside. Okay, that's a very wonderful move to the downside. And let's see how many pips that is. There's about, let's say if we call the move somewhere around here, there's about 172,000 pips. Is a very long move. So all you just need to do is catch your entry. So let's say you caught the entry from here, all right? Once you catch your entry here and price is going in favor, okay, you just lock in your profit gradually. As it's going in favor, you're locking your profit gradually. It's going in favor, you're locking your profit gradually, okay? Note, whenever you're locking profit, traders, don't lock profit close to the amount of price. That's what a lot of traders do. Oh, I don't want to lose what I've made, so I have to lock profit here. And you don't want to give price a breathing space, knowing that price would always want to pull back. If price gets you off the market prematurely, only to see price coming down, you'll be like, oh shit. And you want to force yourself now to take another sell. And that's when you now see price going higher. So you don't want to get yourself exited from the market prematurely. So when you're locking profits, lock it far away. If price is here, you're locking here. If price goes around and come down again, you lock here. If price goes around and come down again, you lock gradually, okay? So that's just the way you do it, and you see yourself winning and winning and winning and catching the move. Any further question? Is anybody enjoying this class tonight, or has everybody slept?
No, we are enjoying.
We're enjoying it.
Because everyone was silent. I thought maybe everybody has slept. I wanted to sneak out of the meeting.
We need that.
Okay, let me read your charts. We are just going to click on it and download it. Is there a favorite time trading? Okay, I've read all this. I want to register for class. We are here. Okay, where is the best place to set take profit? Where is the best place to set take profit? The best place to set your take profit is you using your support and your resistance, knowing fully well that the zone where price got supported before, it might likely get supported again. Okay, for instance, let's say since price came here before and got supported by this zone, all right, there's anything can happen. Price might likely come down and get supported again to go back up. So you want to have your take profit around here. So if price ends up coming and maybe goes up a little while and breaks out and continues, you want to set the next take profit somewhere around here. Okay, then your final take profit around here. All right, so when we say set the take profit, you don't necessarily need to set take profit as per when price gets there, get me out of the market and profit. No, okay, it's just all about you observing the market. Unless you want to take the trade and sleep, or you want to take the trade and leave your trading charts, then you can set the take profits there. That is to say, when price gets there, get me out of the market with profits. Good. But if you are in front of your chart, there's no need you setting that take profit. You can just mark it out and say to yourself, this is my TP1. When price gets here, I know what I want to anticipate. Either I want to exit myself, or I want to lock profit for a little while and anticipate more moves. Okay, so if you're in front of your chart, there's no need setting up the take profit. All you need to do is just to be locking your profit gradually, so that the more price is playing around and going in favor of you, the more you're in profits. All right, that's just how it works. Would you agree that there's big manipulation in this synthetic indices market? If yes, what's the best way to trade the markets to beat them? A big manipulation in the markets. Yeah, there's always manipulations in the markets. okay, but not all the time. The markets are not manipulated all the time. Now, the markets are being manipulated when, especially when a lot of traders have made massive profits, okay, massive profits from the broker. And not actually, not the brokers do the manipulation, it's actually the market makers, okay? But whenever the manipulation is being made, all you want to do is to stay off the markets. You want to stay off the markets. It happened last week, I guess. In our VIPs, we were just making losses. Okay, it got to an extent I decided not to take trades, and again, even for a whole day there was no signal, because I noticed that all the trades we were taking was just busy playing around our entry zones for a while, and it to go against us and hit a stop loss. Play around your entry zone for a while, go against you, hit your stop loss, and I knew that, man, the market is really hard on us. We need to exit the markets. And also, it happened, I guess, 2 days or a day before the end of last month, which was September. Okay, yeah, it happened. The market was really going against us. That was a big manipulation in the markets, but not necessarily a manipulation because it has happened before. Okay, you know, this thing we say, once bitten, twice shy. It has happened before, whenever, especially whenever the month is about to end. These manipulations always take place. Why do I say so? That's because let's go to, let's say, okay, 24-hour candlestick. Okay, whenever, let me just clear all this and get my chart clean. This is, let's say for instance, this is a candlestick for the month. This is the monthly time frame. Okay, let's say this is the monthly time frame, and you have your candlestick like this. For instance, let's say it was a downtrend throughout that month. Okay, let's say it was a downtrend throughout that month. Now, if the market makers have placed their entry around here, anticipating to take their profit around here, okay, because the money they are making is from you. They are making money from you, the retail traders, because there are trillions and countless of retail traders out there, and that's whom they are making their money from. They are making their money from you guys. What do I say, you guys? I'm also a retail trader. They're making money from we, the retail traders, and also making money from those who they are also trading against with, which is their fellow big boys in the market too. Okay, because so when they place their trade, maybe for a sell to take profit somewhere around here, okay, and this is the end of the month, this is where the month is about to end, because their take profit is set somewhere here, and a lot of retail traders have been selling and riding the market, enjoying the markets, okay. Most times they made losses, sometimes they made profits, most times they made losses, okay. And then price got to this zone, which is where they are take profit zone for the monthly time frame for the big boys, okay. This is their take profit zone where they have anticipated to take profit from. When we retail traders decide that we want to also be trading continuously, believing that it has to keep selling, you wouldn't know that these big boys in the markets have actually placed their take profit around here. Now, the time you're trying to sell more, that's the time they are trying to take their profits. And before they take their profits, they will want to make sure they observe anyone around their take profit zone so that they can manipulate that market and take more of their money before they exit the trade. So that is why you also need to be careful. If you never knew that before, that's the secret for you right now. Always be careful at the end of the month, okay? Taking trades at the end of the month, like 2 or 3 days before the month ends. Always be careful, because that's when a monthly candlestick is about to close. Manipulations can always happen around there, okay? You can always see the move like this, and you say, oh, it's still selling, and you place sells only to see the bulls push up back and they take their profits around here. So always be careful. Okay. So whenever market is being manipulated, just stay off the markets. Just stay off the market until it settles again, or you look for another market. That's why you have many markets. If boom 1000 is not working well, crash 1000 should be working. If none of the boom and crash is working, go to volatility. If none of the VIX are working, go to currency pairs. And if currency pairs are misbehaving, please shut your system down. Go and cash out the little one you've made. Okay, that's how it works. That's how it works in this industry. Okay, thanks Team Legend for the knowledge. I'm half awake. We'll catch more on YouTube. Very well. After November training, are you going to be a mentor automatically to those who participated, or do you still need to pay again for you to become one mentor? Well, I didn't, I'm not adding mentorship to this training, okay? It's a 2 days intensive training. There's no mentorship. I always do my mentorship whenever I know I'm setting up the the bullish bear Forex Academy training. That is the training that takes for 4 months to 5 months, okay? That's the one that starts around March. That's when I usually have the time to mentor my traders for a long time. But when you have me, when you have all these 2 days training, intensive trainings, I'm not always available for mentorships, but you can always send me messages whenever you have things that you don't understand during the training and you want to understand more. You can always send me a message. Once I have the time and read it, I will always give you a reply for proper understanding, okay? But there's no mentorship after the training on it. The intensive training alone is going to teach you a lot. That's why you have it recorded. What you don't understand, you watch again. All right. That's just it. I hope I answered your question. Finally, any further question before we close for tonight? Good night, team. Okay, somebody say good night. Traders are already asleep. Any further? Any further?
Don't forget the trading view. The trading view.
Yeah, I'll post that for you guys. I'll post it.
Hello, team.
Yeah.
Please.
Welcome. Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it. I can hear you. I can hear you, trader. I can hear you.
Okay. So my question is about the training which is to come. So when are the payment already commenced or the IS?
When is the training commencing?
About the payments.
The payment has already begun since the 15th of this month. The payment for the training has already begun. The portal has been opened and a lot of traders have been registering already. And the registration is going to end on the 19th because the training is starting on the 20th. So by 19th of November, the portal is going to be closed officially, okay, until the training is done.
Okay.
Then it's going to be opened again for anybody who is going to come to purchase the course after the training.
Okay. So means that the deadline for the payment is on the 19th November.
Sorry?
I'm saying the deadline for the payment to 19th November or 19th October.
19th November, 19th of November. There's quite a lot of time. Yeah, everybody, you guys have a lot of time to arrange yourselves. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I just posted a trading view link on the general channel, so you should be able to see it now if you're online.
Please, are we just going to click on it?
Yeah, just click on it. It's going to open straight to the chart.
On our system, Abi?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So if you click on it, okay, let me show you something because you might get a bit confused when it opens. Once you click on it, you would see it's going to load automatically on VIX 25. So from VIX 25, you want to start looking for which market you want to check on. So all you need to do is just to come straight up here where it says arrow 25, you delete it and then come over to synthetic. So under synthetic, you'll be able to see other markets. Understood? Okay, so traders, I guess that'll be all for now. That'll be all for now tonight. And I think I've tried tonight. So we all should know what to anticipate with the markets that I've analyzed already. I'm going to post it on YouTube for you guys so that you can go and rewatch it and know what you want to anticipate for tomorrow. Tomorrow is already here. It's 12 a.m. here already. Okay, guys. So for the meantime, I remain your one and only Forex Q coach, Team Legend. Keep winning, traders. All right, keep winning.